Okay, oh my god. You just, I swear, I almost just vomited. You almost just made me vomit.
What is wrong with you?
Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special BB19 postseason show with Ramses. You guys, we are going to have such a good show. We have been waiting for him since pre-jury, and good things come to those of us who wait. Now look, if you want to see all of our past shows, they're over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB19 with all the other house guests. Of course, tomorrow we are live with Dominique, Tuesday Mark, Wednesday Matt, Thursday Alex, and then this weekend Paul, Christmas, and I guess now Whistlenut. Because of that. You guys know what I'm talking about anyway. If you want to watch any of our shows when we do them live, head over to yourrealityrecaps.com/YouNow. Become a fan over there. And become a patron too. yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only shows, prize giveaways, patron after shows with the house guests, and it really helps support all of our shows. But now look, let's get to the man that you all want to hear from. It's Ramsey. How are you doing?
What's up, guys?
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing really good.
You are doing amazing. And by the way, before, normally I like to make a little joke here at the person's expense that I'm talking to, but instead I'd like to make it at Elena's. Hey, Elena, look at what not wireless looks like.
Ooh.
Oh, look,
the
Elena.
Shade, the
People
non-wireless shade.
I'm hoping Elena gets to fix her issues.
She'll pick that up.
So this is going to be kind of, I think a little bit of a different of a show, because obviously we want to talk so much Big Brother with you, but also you kind of just came off sequester, so I know a lot of people have questions about that too. So let everybody know. You guys can tweet us using hashtag YRRLive. You can put your questions in the chat room right now. Since Ramsey is here, go ahead, spread the word, share the show, and become a fan so that you can put your questions and stuff in the chat room. Now, I think the number one question that we have for you is, why do you think that it is okay to flirt with my boyfriend, Matt?
First of all, Eric, where'd you come from? We lived together, so I feel like our relationship is much more intact.
It is? Did he just text you this morning when he woke up? Because he texted me.
Yeah.
I swear, one of these times we're gonna break into the boy is mine on this show. How adorable was Matt in person? Tell me all about it.
He is so adorable. He really is. Just like, physically, he's just like everything. And then he's just like a very sweet guy. Just like extremely, just like a really nice, genuine person.
We are two very smart gay people. Why can't we figure out a way to poison Raven?
I don't know, but the thing is, like, Raven is a very sweet person too. So
I know.
Because, like, you talk to her, like, she's such a sweet person.
She,
like,
100%. She totally changed, I think, the way a lot of people thought of her, especially me, just talking to her post-season, 100%.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I guess we can't poison her then. Fine. Fine, we're not poisoning.
We can have a 4-mance, because we had a 3-mance. So, like, if the 4-mance win.
I don't know. Were you a fan of that edit? Because there was a part of me that I was like, "Oh, this is a weird edit for CBS."
I liked it because it was funny because I remember I was in the DR for like half an hour just venting. I was just like, "Oh my goodness, like there's no showmance here for me." And then I was like, "Oh my god, like Matt's my perfect man. Like this is perfect." I like that. I thought it was funny.
Do you think, because you are a super fan of Big Brother, do you ever think that we'll get a season where they cast for a gay couple?
Like I hope so. Honestly, I was thinking this might have been the season, especially with all the showmances happening so quickly. I was like, if there was ever a season to have a gay showmance, it would be this season. But it didn't happen. We can pray for next season or Celebrity Big Brother. You don't know who they put in there, so.
Oh, I have a comment about that on the patron show.
Ooh.
There was a very undercover season. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. What did you think of your comic book being? Look, we got this from a ton of people. I'm gonna take it from Steffi. What did you think of your comic book being? How much you are into comics and cosplay and all stuff like that? Did you? Is it behind you? No, that's Star Wars.
No, that's Star Wars. But yeah, I really love my comic. It's just, it was very weird to see myself in a BB comic because obviously, as me being such a huge nerd and such a BB fan, like seeing my comic, it's like, this is a dream come true. I mean, I wish I had like an original, like costume. You know what I mean? Because I literally was an imposter. I was pretty much being Johnny Mac's comic, but I liked it because the power is pretty like versatile. So, like, I vibe with it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. You don't mean a costume from a show. You mean the fact that you were impersonating. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. I like the power and stuff. And I can't wait till I get my BB package with all my goodies in it. So.
Oh, so you still don't have it?
No, it should be getting here pretty soon. In a few days, I believe. So.
Really? Where? Oh, well, forget it. I know where you live. Don't say where you live.
Oh,
well, okay. You can say where
I'm in Michigan. It was in my package, my intro thing, so.
Oh yes, that's right. I have to ask you this too, because being Lush fans here, we know that you're a Lush fan also.
I love Lush.
What is your favorite Lush product?
I love the Mask of Magnum NT.
Okay.
The one that's, because there's two different types.
There is.
There's one that's not, it's the one that you don't have to put in the fridge. That's the one that I like.
So not a fresh mask. You don't want the fresh masks.
No, I like the other one. Oh, there's a lot of the fresh masks that I like too. Like I like the blue one. It's very.
We don't got time for that. They go bad too quickly.
They do go bad really quickly, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'd rather just keep it in my little shelf, use it when I need to, touch up.
Oh my God! Oh, Lindsay is flipping out. Yes, Lindsay, self-preserving. Lindsay, I'm sorry, we used the wrong words.
Self-preserving. Okay.
I used to be the Lush guru, not anymore. Okay, we want to know your opinion on a few of the hot topics from this summer.
There's quite a few.
Because you got to watch them outside of the house and kind of in real time. So first, let's go with Jessica and Cody. Where are you falling as far as being a fan or not being a fan of Jessica and Cody? Let's start there.
See, I was a Jessica and Cody fan. I definitely am. I was like Team Jody, especially when I came out. And I feel like mostly that came out to like me watching the episodes and seeing how Paul was running the house, and you always want to root for the underdog, you know. Mm-hmm. I was very salty at first because she put me up, and I knew she had good intentions, but I told her, I was like, girl, it just makes no sense, but it just all happened. But I couldn't be salty for her making a move, and you know, at this point, I'm kind of over it, obviously. So I definitely was a Jody fan, and the fact that they were like, I don't care, we're not gonna follow the norm of this house, and we're gonna branch out and do our own thing. Like, I have to give them props for that. So.
Do you think that the people who kind of had that mindset, like a lot of people feel the people were voting for Josh just because it wasn't Paul? Like, do you agree with that?
I think so. Because I personally think Paul played the better game. Like he masterminded, and I say this in anywhere I talk about Big Brother. Right. Paul played a freaking masterful game. He played very great. The thing that kind of messed him up is that he thought he had a good jury management, and I thought so too. But what messed him up was when Josh started doing all those like extra things in his goodbye messages, which I don't know if he did that strategically, but if it was, then like props to him, and he deserved the win for that. So
see, now here's the question that I have for you too, being someone that's a super fan. So let me ask you this. Do you think, like a lot of people feel it wasn't fair that Josh put that into his jury messages, or that it was allowed to be in his jury messages?
No.
Because that's his strategy, and then wouldn't it not be fair to Josh to not let him have his strategy?
Yes, and like that, I'm sure that's happened before, not like as a continuous strategy, because Josh did it multiple times.
Right.
But that was the only. There's literally that's kind of what happened to me. I was in that house and I could not vocalize anything about Paul because I knew as soon as I told one person, it was gonna go back to Paul and he was gonna target me. So Josh figured it out and he was like, I can't say it inside of the house, so let me throw a little shade in my messages and get that point across, and that's freaking great.
Yeah,
so.
I loved it. I definitely,
me too.
I loved it. I thought it was brilliant, and I thought, I don't know how you can't say the people that think maybe Josh didn't deserve to win. I think that was such a pivotal point in the game that nobody really even thought to do, and Josh kind of knew, I can't go after Paul in the game.
Let me go for him in the jury.
Let me go for him in the jury where he can't combat it and can't manipulate anything. So I just think it's a genius move by Josh to do that.
It really was. It really was.
Who, okay, wait, we're going to get back to that for a second, but I want to ask you this before I forget. Who is your favorite all-time Big Brother player? Or I'll let you pick 3.
Okay, thank you. Dan Giesling. Oh my goodness! Just after the funeral, like oh my god, legend. I don't have to say much more, because if you know Dan, it's just like Dan in the funeral. That was like the best move in Big Brother history in my eyes.
Really?
I loved it. I'm just like, how can you go from a position where you are going home and then makes it all the way to round 2? Like, I don't know. I just love that move.
In the same way that Paul gets to the end of your season because the house was full of idiots. No, I'm totally kidding. No, I didn't
agree with that.
I didn't love the funeral. I didn't love the funeral. I didn't think the funeral was a genius move at all. But I know a lot of people do love it. I do know a lot of people loved it.
Gone, but to be able to go from that position, it was like he's leaving. Like it's like one of those unanimous house decisions. Like it was a Dominique situation. It was like Dan's leaving. Like there's no way. And this guy made it to final 2. Like what the heck? He's a genius.
Okay, so Dan, genius. Who else do you love?
Danielle Reyes.
Oh yes, definitely.
Rob, queen. Oh my goodness.
Right.
And I loved her. What she always said was, keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. I loved that. And she played it. And I don't understand why they were like, oh, you're so evil. I'm like, she was not evil. She played a great game. She did what she had to do. Like,
could you imagine if they still, to this day, didn't sequester jury and let you guys watch?
Pissed. So pissed.
Nobody would win. Nobody would win. I don't think people would show up to vote. They'd be like, nope. You're not getting any money.
But at the same time, Will's season, the jury could watch, and he won. So
true, but he owned it.
He did.
There's a point for owning your game right there.
Absolutely. Which goes back to my third, which is Will. I love Will.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so Daniel Reyes, Will, and Dan Giesling. Interesting. I'm totally on board with you with Reyes. I would definitely switch out Dan for like Derek.
But wasn't Derek the same situation? A house with a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
So.
No. Yeah, I guess you could say. I really don't think that your house was a bunch of idiots. I really believe that your house, Paul was just really good at making every single person think they were his main group or main person. So
and seeing him do that in person is insane. His social game is so good. Like, it's scary to watch.
Yeah, it is. Oh god. Okay. Oh, and Vanessa. I want Vanessa in my list.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Okay, so another controversial point for this season, Josh versus Mark. Now, we know that they're friends and friendly now, post-season, but as you were kind of watching it, what were you thinking of pots and pans and separate sides of the house, and what were your thoughts on their relationship?
That was just all Paul's doing without Paul doing anything. So, I mean, and I can kind of understand. It kind of just sucks that Josh would literally stoop himself to that level to want to do that. But I mean, Josh is just that kind of erratic person that you don't know what he's going to do. So it's kind of like understandable. So, if anyone was going to do it, it would be Josh. And honestly, because the day that me and him were on the block when I got evicted, that's when he started with the pots and pans. And honestly, I was like, this is great for me. Like, let me just chill and brush my teeth casually, let it all happen. And me and Josh were friends, so it's like, as long as all that like that stuff isn't coming towards me, just let it happen. I mean,
right. Well, 100%. Jackie wants to know, at the next Comic-Con, will you go as your BB self, or what would you want to go as?
Oh, I'm working on my BB comic one right now because I want to do that one, but I don't think it will be finished by the next convention. The next convention I'm going to is an anime convention called Youmacon, if you guys have heard of it. Look it up. I'll be there, and I'm working on a huge costume for that, so I haven't worked on my BB one, but stay tuned. There'll be a lot of progress.
You need to, like, make little you need to make update videos or stuff and put them on, like, YouTube and stuff of you working on it.
I'm actually going to be starting a YouTube channel. I'm going to start with my unboxing, and then I'm going to be posting a bunch of, like, tutorials.
Love it. Mitchie the Diva wants to know, if you were in jury, you get this one a lot, who would you have voted for, Paul or Josh?
I would have voted for Paul. I mean, his game was great. It was great. You know what I mean? Especially, like, next to Josh. Josh did some things, obviously, with his goodbye messages to propel him with a little bit of strategy, but at the same time, did he really do that for strategy purposes? And even so, Paul killed it. So I would have voted for Paul.
What if it was Josh and Christmas? Who would you have voted for?
Ooh, that's hard. Because to me, I did not think that Christmas was going to make it to Final 2. I really didn't think so.
Really?
So, yeah, I didn't think so. Because, I didn't think she was going to win when it came to jury votes. That's what I meant.
Okay.
I don't know if I would have thrown her a vote, because in the house, I feel like she really did have very good social connections with everybody. But Josh was more, kind of like Cody said, Josh was more in people's faces. So, kind of have to give him props for it.
Nikki C wants to know, why didn't you try and align with Alex?
Did I not? I thought we were until she decided not. I thought I was really, like, good game-wise with, like, Whistlenut and Alex, but I could tell, like, they were getting, like, really sketchy the week of, so that's when I had started getting, like, a few red flags. But I thought that from the beginning, like, we had the same common idea of get Paul out whenever we can, and we kind of just, like, since he had those 3 weeks of safety, we kind of just like, okay, let's let that happen, and then once that's done, we can do something about it. But apparently Paul got to her, like, he got to a lot of
okay, so Kathleen P says, why did you throw comps? But I'll say, do you feel that you threw all of the comps that you played in? Or, like, why?
I don't think I threw any comps except for the one where I had to run around in, like, the airport thing. In that one, it was weird because I didn't want to throw.
Right.
But I knew I had to because my back was against the ball. And everyone was saying it was because of Paul. There's no freaking way I threw that, because I wanted to win it because Paul was being such a butthole. And he was literally like, I'm HOH and I'm telling you to throw this, so you need to throw it. He was saying that to my face, and I was like, there's no freaking way that I'm going to throw this right now. But it came to the point where every single house guest, even the people I thought I trusted, they were telling me to throw it. So I was like, I'm not going to make the entire house mad when there's a clear target.
Right.
So that one I actually tried to throw. But
and then, as you know, nobody believed that you tried to throw it.
Nobody believed it, but I don't care. I know what I care. For me, it's like I went in there, I was like, okay, I'm going to throw this. But I was just having so much fun. I was having way too much fun with it.
Did you, have you watched any of the shows back? I mean, the
episodes, yeah, I'm caught up. The only episode I haven't seen is the finale since I was...
Oh, that's the only one that you haven't watched? Yeah, it was finale. And I forget, did you watch Feeds when you were out of the house?
But not this season as much, because it's weird. I love watching Feeds, but when you watch Feeds and you're not in it, it's like, I know what these people do on a constant day-to-day basis, so I don't want to sit here watching them, because I lived it, like, firsthand.
Right.
But I watch all the clips on Twitter and stuff, like the important snips. So.
Interesting. Lana G wants to know, Ramsey, did you talk to Jessica about using the veto on you?
I did. I talked to her a couple different times. And my strategy for that week going in was don't rile too many feathers. Make sure that you're going to be safe with your social game, because I was next to Josh and I said, what I have to do this week is not be some crazy strategic mastermind that could possibly get me voted out. I need to be very low key and make sure that my social game is bumped up 1,000%. And that's what I thought I did. Like, my relationship with Matt and Raven went up 1,000%. Like, I was wearing Matt's clothes. I never had any plan in doing that, but I was wearing his clothes because, like, you know, like, it just makes you closer when you're confined in a house like that.
Right.
So I talked to her a few times, and she was just kept assuring me, I think you're good. You don't have to worry. Your social game's really good, and I think people will keep you. But it ended up how it ended up.
You know what I totally forgot, Ramsey? I forgot to ask you before. I forgot to say at the start of this show, but I have a feeling you're not going to have a problem with it, and I'll tell you how we'll do it after. But of course, people in the chat room that are asking, the #1 fan is going to get Ramsey's autograph, which, Ramsey, I'll mail to you with the postage. All you have to do is take it out, sign it, and put it back in. But the #1 fan is going to win Ramsey's autograph. I'm sorry that I forgot to say that at the beginning of the show, everybody. Congratulations, Zooty McBooty. You're the #1 fan so far. Okay, Loston King Cruz says, we heard people say that Paul played dirty, but what made his gameplay dirty when he knew he wasn't anybody's #1? What is your opinion? Loston King Cruz would like to know.
I think that, well, when it comes to the jury, like, if you put your mind in the jury, if you're a jury member,
right,
and you had, like, with Alex and Whistle, you guys are working from week 2, you guys are making moves, you guys were planning, and then you go to the jury and you figure out that Paul was literally orchestrating all this stuff behind your back and literally, like, didn't really care about your alliance in the first place. He was kind of just like, I'm aligned to myself, and that's really all that matters.
Right.
I mean, I give him props to it, because it's like, you're going in there for a second time and you want to be a savage, good for you. But it's like, when you're a person and you're in there, and these are things you take into effect. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like that's what kind of considered his game dirty in a way. And also, when it came to the bullying, that also messed up his game, because he maybe didn't see himself as, like, the ringleader of it, but he's the one who caused most of it because he had such a big influence in the house and he could tell people to do whatever he wanted to. So you would label, I'm going to assume you mean what happened with Jessica and getting everyone. So for you feel that was bullying. I absolutely do think so. I mean, in a way, it's kind of just like, I can understand how, because we're all confined. It's weird because it's a different perspective already living it. You know, like, you can be blinded by so much in that house. And it was obviously bullying. Like, if I was in there, there's no way that, like, I wouldn't have said something, because it was just so obvious and it was just way too much. It gets to the point where it's like, I can understand how Paul could have gone on, like, a power trip and been like, I can literally control every single person in this house so well that I can force them to gang up on 2 people and make them say everything I want them to. So it's like, I can see how, like, that ego and all that power can go to his brain, you know? So I don't know. It definitely was bullying, though. I'm not gonna.
I would say, well, see now, and I've always said all season, and I still kind of stand by, but I feel like we're both saying the same thing, but we're arguing semantics over the word of what it is. But, like, I say there's no bullying in Big Brother. It's a game show. You guys signed up to play it for money, for a prize. You knew the rules, so it's not bullying, because I feel like that takes away from the kid in high school getting, like, thrown like a... However, we're still both saying the same thing. So I don't know what the word is that you put on it. Yeah. Those actions are what we would typically call bullying. But I just feel like it's a game show for money. So can we call it that? Maybe he was just a super douche. Maybe that's what it is. He's super douchey.
I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah. Well, now, speaking of school, I want to, and since we had one of Loston Cruz's questions, I want to bring this one up from her really quickly on Twitter, too. Look at you putting questions everywhere. She says, after being on the show and returning to school, do you feel that people have been treating you differently being on the show?
I don't think people are treating me differently, but people notice me more because people come up to me all the time. I'd just be casually eating a sandwich outside with my friends, and people just constantly walk over here. It was like, "Oh my God, you're on Big Brother." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" So I don't think they treat me differently. Like I don't think my friends treat me any differently. People that I was close to, don't treat me differently, or I don't get like special treatment. But it's more just like people recognize me. That's what it is.
And that's not annoying?
No,
at school.
Really.
At school.
At school? I mean, no, not really, because I think it's cool, and it's people that are like my same age, and like we can like vibe about like Big Brother stuff, and I'm always down to talk about Big Brother. So if you see me, say hi. I've had multiple encounters where people just like awkwardly take pictures from far away and just run away. I'm just like, why? Just talk to me. Yes, it's just like, just talk to me. I'm a person.
Okay, I like it. I like that then. I always was like, oh God, please stop talking to me. When I was in school, I would be like, I'm trying to work. Guys, can you leave me alone? That was also a long time ago. I think I'm nicer now. K.R. Kreller wants to know, are you and Elena still close?
Yes. Me and Elena, like, obviously not as close as we were in the house because it's, like, the distance and all that. But me and Elena are very close. I love Elena. She's great. We text every once in a while. We keep in touch. And, yeah, hopefully I can get to see at least most of the house guests and, like, come visit them wherever they live. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I'm pretty close with Elena. We text every once in a while.
Okay, question from Eric at Reality Recaps. Can you explain to her how to use wired internet?
I will.
Your good friend,
Elena. Come to my house and use my wire.
Well, where's that one? Because I know you got it from so many people to, I'll take it from Redheaded Michelle. Who do you plan on keeping in touch with from your cast the most? Like, who do you plan on talking to the most from your cast?
I plan on keeping in touch with every once in a while with a pretty good group of them. But 100% the people that as of now that I've been constantly talking to a lot is Jillian. Okay. Ever since you've been gone, me and Jillian talk constantly every single day. Kevin, he FaceTimes me all the time. I love that guy. I'm actually visiting Kevin next weekend, going to Boston.
We know.
I'm so excited. And then also, Elena, I text with her all the time. And then, like, there's other people I talk to every once in a while, like Dominique, I talk to her, like Mark and I, like, text every once in a while.
I didn't hear you mention Matt. So, who just texted me this morning?
Don't be salty, just because I wore his orange tank.
It's fine.
I heard wasn't the most sanitary.
I'm getting that shirt. You know what the prize giveaway is for Matt's show?
The shirt?
A kitchen towel.
Make sure it's purple.
He doesn't know yet. I like to spring it on you guys before the show.
Oh my God, that was so gross. I can't believe that even happened.
Yeah. I was just gonna go somewhere, and I'm not. Were you surprised, Flyer26 wants to know, were you surprised to find out after the show that Paul and so many others in the cast thought that you were a mole? Like, you know, thought that you were kind of, I think maybe like a saboteur or stuff like that.
Oh, they thought I was a saboteur? I knew that when I got out, I figured out that they all thought that I was like a rat, like, you know, going in and out of rooms, gathering information. I never was gathering information. If you guys saw me in the live feeds, I literally went in, I joined the conversation for a little bit, and I went to another room. That's all I did. I never asked people game, especially when we were like in a group, never started talking about game. The only people, I had certain people that I ever only talked game to, and it was Kevin every once in a while, Jillian, like most of the time, Elena, but like, I never talked game in a group or, like, was trying to gather information. And Dominique was always talking about me. There was a moment where I was laying in the bathroom and she was doing her makeup. She was just talking to herself. And she goes, Ramses is over here acting like he's sleeping, but he's really gathering information. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm literally just sitting here. So, I don't know. Can't really do anything about it. So.
And it was Paul. Like, you know, Paul is the one that fed that paranoia completely.
He did. I mean... And props to him once again.
Props to Paul. Mom of TTT Amelia, one of our live feed updaters during the season, wants to know: did Kevin apologize to you for blaming you for the 25K?
No, he did not.
But you're going to his house.
It was kind of, it was like, I don't know. I don't think he really needs to. You know what I mean? We're going to be friends. It's a game. I can totally understand that it's a game. And he kind of just like, man, he did apologize. He didn't specifically say what he apologized for. But he was like, man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just had to do what I had to do in the game. I mean, it got him far. So, I mean, he did what he had to do. So, congrats to him.
I totally am working on doing a weekly show, like with Kevin, called Things Kevin Says. And this is, I should have
You're going to have a lot of content, let me tell you, a lot of content.
I should have saved this for the patron show, but whatever, I'll say it on this show. People will get to, like, call in and leave, like, their things that they need help with, like, on whatever topic, and then Kevin will answer them.
I love
Live.
it. Ask personal questions because he gives the best advice.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be an amazing show. Okay, Kathleen P says, Kevin thinks the world of you. Was it hard watching him being isolated? And we did. We had Kevin on, I think, like 3 days ago. He's the one that told us you were going over to his house and how much he loved you. But yeah, what was it like for you watching him being isolated on the feeds? I
was so mad because I didn't watch it happening live, but I saw the videos. I kid you, like, I'm not making this up. I literally was watching a clip of him getting, like, yelled at, and I was shaking. I was so furious. It's like, why would you ever do anything like that to anybody? And if the person you choose, why would it be Kevin? Like, seriously. Kevin is the sweetest guy you can ever meet. He is super nice. He's not out here, like, backstabbing, being rude, or, like, menacing other people like they are. So it really just irked me so much that he was just getting all this, like he was just, like, I know you said we're not going to use this word bullying, but it really was. It's just, like, attacking him for no reason, antagonizing him for no reason. Like,
yes. Yes, 100. And by the way, you can use bully all you want, although I do like in attacking and attack. I feel like attacking is a better word. I'm thinking for me, what do I use? I like attacking and antagonizing. Let's make them be attackers.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's call it attacking and antagonizing. Are you CJ Loy 328 wants to know, are you excited for Jessica and Cody on The Amazing Race?
Yes, I'm so pumped. I can't wait. Honestly, I think they're gonna, like, win because living with them, they're both very strong people, like, physically and mentally. They're both very smart. Let's hopefully actually Jessica takes the reins on the brain portion because Cody didn't do that well in the house. But yeah, I think they're gonna do very well, and I'm rooting for them. So.
Okay, and now you can choose no comment. You can plead the fifth. But Ryan's River wants to know, what do you think of the post-season controversial Elena tweets?
I'm not going to go too in-depth in it, but I feel like if you look back, those were a long time ago, and things happened a long time ago, and people changed. Like, obviously, I don't believe that Elena is that type of way as a human, especially not right now. Especially knowing who she is. Right. So, I mean, I feel like people just need to chill out and not take things, like, so personal. Yeah, like, people aren't perfect. Like, things happen. Right. And, like, they're acting like this is, like, she tweeted it, like, yesterday. Like, you guys need to calm down. These are, like, 2013, 2011 tweets. Like, you need to, you know.
Okay.
I'm not saying they were the best things to say.
Right.
Especially on social media. I'm not condoning it. But, I mean, I just feel like she is definitely a different person. It's not the person that I know.
Right. I'm surprised that she was able to get tweets out with her poor Wi-Fi. Wesley Lester wants to know, if you could create a BB twist, what would it be?
See, I don't know why, but my BB twist was always put a house. And every time I tell people this, they don't like it. So let's see what you think.
Okay.
I want to see a twist where a house is filled with super fans, people that know the game really well, because I feel like, but after me going in, okay, I have different opinions on this, because this is what I used to say before. I want a house full of super fans. Like, imagine a house of people who know the game really well,
right,
and are there for the prize,
right,
but have different personalities and come from different places.
Right.
I feel like that'd be really interesting to see, but I mean, me going in there, like, it's a different story because
Mm-hmm.
I know I wanted to go in there and be a hard player, but when I experienced it in real life, like, my background knowledge on BB, it kind of just, like, it even put me off a little bit on, like, the strategizing I wanted to do, so.
Right. I feel like you've created a season more so than a twist. I think Wesley means like, is there like more? And I actually would love a season of Superfans. I would love a season of Superfans. I would love a season of winners. I would love a season of Legends versus All Stars. Like the best people from 1 to 10 would be like Legends, and then 10 through 20 would be All Stars. Or like I would love any of that. But my twist. And it's my most favorite twist that I've always say I wanted, even though I know I would hate it, because every season the people that I love go from twists. So I don't know why I would want to put this in, but what I think should happen is when there's when there's like the equal amount of people in the jury and in the house left at the end, there's a battle in the backyard, and like each one of them battle, like a jury member battles someone in the house one time, and if you win, you pick, do you stay and the other person go to jury, or, you know? So in other words, you can kick somebody out of the house in one competition at jury.
That's actually really interesting.
I've explained it wrong poorly
twist.
Now, but
no,
I
know what you mean. I know what you mean, though.
It will. I know it would make all of my favorites go. It would make my favorites go, so I really don't want that twist in anymore.
It's gonna happen next season, watch.
Yeah, watch it happen next season.
Good job, Eric. You caused it.
How do you feel? Laura CEV wants to know, how does Ramsey feel about the things Alex said about Kevin? Why don't I remember what Alex said about... Okay, go ahead, you remember, great.
Well, she was... I was like, Well, she was... I remember specifically just, like, how she was, like, she was just, like, really antagonizing and talking a lot of crap behind his back.
Oh,
like,
right.
I'm not gonna feed him, like, he's like a snake, like, he's a liar, blah, blah, blah. She was just saying all this crap, and I was like, Alex, this guy loves you. Like, this guy would, like, go to bat for you and Jason. So, like, the fact that you would say stuff like this, like, it's absolutely insane. So...
I see JS Bunny in the chat room saying, Eric, how can you forget? Clearly someone who's at the show for the first time. I barely remember yesterday. All right, we only have like 10 or so more minutes left, so I want to give you some sequester questions quickly, because
very recent.
you definitely have people asking you some sequester questions. I'm going to take this one from Becky in Minnesota. Wants to know, what did you think of the final 2 people in sequester? But wait, before we even do this is what I think we should do.
Sequester?
Why don't you explain what sequester is for the people watching who might not know?
Yes. So, sequester is pretty much an orgy, and an orgy is pretty much an online reality game.
Right.
So, it's an online reality game created by Audrey Militon from Big Brother, and it's pretty much just a week long, and it's Survivor and Big Brother in one on crack for 9 days. That's literally what it is. So, it's like eliminations, double eliminations, triple eliminations, like every day, and it forces you to play the game. You cannot. It's hard to float through that game, which is surprising because of the finale yesterday. Okay, because there were 2 people that I would consider floaters there, but it forces you to play the game, so it's just very intense. That's pretty much what it is.
Okay, so again, online game that Audrey created from BB17.
17, I think.
And it's fun. You guys would like it. You should totally check it out. Now, Becky in Minnesota wants to know, what did you think of the final 2 then of sequester? Because Judd from BB15 came in 3rd place. He got inched right out at the end. And
he got me out.
He got you out.
It's okay. I'm over it.
So what did you think of the final 2?
Final 2, it's weird because, like I said, I thought that both of them were really big floaters in the game. And in this season of sequester, it was literally from day 1, it was strong player after strong player after strong player. So, like, there was a point, like, in the jury where it was mostly floaters, and then all the floaters had to, like, wake up and become players, you know? Right. So, in the end, it came down to Takesha, which was a great friend of mine and a really big ally, or Michael, which was also a floater, but I could actually see him playing the game more. So I'm actually very proud of both of them. They got there for a reason, floater or not. They made it to final 2. So.
Okay, Animal Crackers wants to know, what were some of the things that you learned in Big Brother that you use playing Sequester?
I was 1000% much more vocal. I mean, I obviously didn't want to go in there and be like, do this, this, this. I was myself. I was like, well, I think that we really should do this. But like, no, like I knew that's what I wanted to do. I came in with a very good plan every single episode, and I made sure my point was across because I wanted to get my targets out. And that's actually something that I was able to do in Sequester. And because in Big Brother, I kind of was just like, oh, you know, like testing the waters out. But in Sequester, I was like, no, I need to go ham in this. I need to redeem myself strategically. So
Francis D wants to know, would you ever play Sequester again? Would you ever play Big Brother again?
By the way, this might be Francis, who was on Sequester with me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. Big Brother is my bae.
Right.
So if they would ask me to do Big Brother right now, I would go. There's no doubt in my mind. I would absolutely do Big Brother again, 1000%. After playing Sequester, I would totally do Sequester again too, though. Because Sequester is so addicting. Like, I'm addicted to Sequester now. Like, I can't just leave that behind. So, if you guys haven't watched Sequester, please watch it. You guys are going to freaking love it.
It is so good. I never have time to watch it for me because I'm always doing all of this other Big Brother stuff. But I know, like, Amy, who helps us produce things, Maximus, so many of our people watch it and was like, what happened? What happened? Where is Ramsey? What's going on with Jed? Like, they always fill me in on what's going on with Sequester. So, I swear, now that we don't have OTT, as soon as I'm done with you guys, I think I'm going to go watch back some Sequester, which I'm excited that you can also do. Okay, so on Sequester, you really stood up and fought the floater label. Love that you crumpled it up and threw it to the ground. So, Lindsay wants to know, where was that Ramsey in the Big Brother house? Well, I thought we were going with a positive ending with that, Lindsay. Really?
That took a very big turn. No, it's very true. That's the Ramses that I wanted to show. But when you're in Big Brother and Sequester are absolutely different games.
Mm-hmm.
And like from being in Big Brother, I learned a lot of what I should and shouldn't do as well. You know, in Sequester. So going in there into Big Brother, I was very I take people at their words. Like, that's me. Like, I go in, I take people at their words. I don't really question too much. And I was kind of just like, on this limbo, like, I'm not sure what to do sometimes. But when it came to Sequester, I'm like, I want to play. I don't want to be frightened to do moves. I don't want to be frightened by a Paul in here. Like, if I think something needs to be done, I want to do it. And I wanted to be more vocal, and I wanted to get my points across. And especially when it came to that floater comment, a BB, I definitely was a floater. I'm not going to, like, we can admit to that. Like, I didn't make very strong moves. But in Sequester, I came in and I'm like, I'm going to make strong moves. And I'm going to get people out. And I'm going to frame whoever I need to. I'm going to have to say this about whoever I need to. So I think I redeemed myself from that floater title. So.
Well, I think you did too. And here's what I want to say. We are going, after this question, this is going to be our last question, then we're going to wrap this show up because Ramses kind of got called into work, but we want to get him over to the patron show a little bit, so that's why we're just ending this one a little bit early. But look, I promise all of you, I have a feeling Ramses is going to be back a lot, like during Celebrity Big Brother talking about it, so trust me, we're going to have a lot more of him. But here's the question I want to ask you, which I've been forgetting to ask to people. It is from our town, and he wants to know, what is one thing that you learned about yourself coming out of the Big Brother house that you didn't know about yourself going into the Big Brother house?
I think I actually said this a little bit before, but I kind of knew, like, going in, I knew myself, but I learned a lot about myself that I really do take people at their word.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that really is, like, I kind of just give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm just like, hey, I don't have a reason to, like, not trust you, but, like, when you're playing a game like Big Brother, you kind of do have to question things like that. So now, outside of the house, like, I feel like I'm just, like, a stronger person. I don't really let people, like, I'm not as much as a pushover as I really was before, you know what I mean? Because now, I mean, I question things.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's good. I definitely, I think that is a good quality and a good thing to come out of Big Brother with. So now that being said, obviously you have tons of fans that are your Big Brother fans here right now. You have tons of fans that are, apparently a lot of the people that played Sequester. I'm not in the chat room, guys, sorry, but I'm hearing it from my little side chat that your Sequester fam is in there too. But what do you want to say? I want to give you full screen to say what you want to say to all of your fans.
I just want to say thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for so much support. It's crazy coming out of that house. You just don't know how people are going to feel about you coming out, and just seeing like so much support from everybody. It literally is absolutely amazing, and I love you guys. If you see me out in the streets of Michigan, please say hi. I love meeting you guys. I love talking BB, and just thanks for the constant support. So
okay. I love it. Okay, congratulations, Zooty McBooty. You are the #1 fan for this show. Make sure you go to yourrealityrecaps.com/prizes, or you can tweet me at realityrecaps if you forget the link, but go there and fill out the form. Speaking of social media, Ramses, where do you want people to follow you on social media?
Okay, so I have Twitter and Insta. You guys can follow me on Instagram at RamBam13.
Okay.
And on Twitter, it's actually on top right here.
Yep.
It's at TheBBHomie1. So.
And are those the places you prefer people to follow you? Instagram and Twitter. No Snapchat, Facebook?
I have Snapchat, but I don't know, I'm very weird with Snapchat. I usually just do things with my friends, but I should do another Snapchat that's like crazy for like you guys, which would be fun. It might be in the works.
Yeah, I'm just not into Snapchat. I will put the links below for Ramsey stuff below this show, and we will see you guys back, or I will see you guys back here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern with Dominique. And patrons, we're gonna go head over to the patron show right now for you guys. So we'll see you guys over there. And thank you guys so much. And do you use you now sometimes too, right? You guys can follow Ramses in here too if you guys want.
Yeah, you now. It's the same as my Twitter handle.
Yep.
So TheBBHomie1.
Perfect. Bye everybody.
Bye guys.
Bye.